Let me welcome you to the Mainridge Forest Reserve. As you may know, this is the oldest forest reserve in the Western Hemisphere. It dates as far back as 1765. It was established officially as Woods for the Protection of Rain, in local term watershed purposes. The official proclamation came through actually on the 13th of April 1776. So today, the rainforest actually is 244 years old, the first ever conservation effort in the Western Hemisphere. It's a lower evergreen montane rainforest, and the Forest Association is Siret Wild Cocoa. We have 7 official hiking trails within this forest. The most popular one is Gilpin, which we'll be going on today. And actually this road was the old road of four parents used to get from the Atlantic side of Roxborough onto the Caribbean side of Bloody Bay before the main road was driven through here in the late 50s, early 60s. For being the oldest forest reserve in the Western Hemisphere, take a look around. This area was destroyed by Hurricane Flora in 1963. History has shown us that we have had several hurricanes, 1847, 1909, that devastated the island. The last official one was 1963, ironically named Hurricane Flora. We have also suffered the impacts of Hurricane Ivan in 2004, which damaged the forest basically. The soil type here is the Bloody Bay Formation, dominated by cis, which is a clay. If you look at the stream now, you have a high iron content in the soil. A lot of leaching is occurring in the stream. And at times you also have birds that live in the bank. And in Tobago, we are blessed with a lot of bird species. We have approximately 263 bird species on the island. And within this forest reserve, we have some unique bird species, such as the white-tailed saberwing, which can be only found in Tobago and Venezuela. We also have the blue-crowned motmot, which is endemic to Trinidad and Tobago, renamed the Trinidad motmot, and also the scrub greenlet, renamed the Tobago greenlet. So we have our unique bird species, and these bird species attract a lot of birders to this forest reserve. Within the forest reserve, we have a number of symbiotic relationships, plants and plants, plants and animals. So I just want to take a few seconds to point out a few relationships. Here we have an aerial anthurium, and what this does is actually catching dead leaves and trapping air. It's an epiphyte, and as it decays, it obtains nutrients from it. Here we have Asplundia. It's growing on the bark of the tree. It's not causing any damage to the host tree. It's also an epiphyte. We call it Asplundia or fishtail palm. And here we have some flowering pine bromeliads. Presently flowering, we have Swiss cheese plants. It's a type of monstera, but just because of the holes in the leaves, we call it Swiss cheese plant. This is the fruit of the parrot apple. Some people refer to it as wild onion. It's part of the Clusiaceae family. It's like an onion. When it's open up, you open up in about 12 sutures. Because of the family type, it have a lot of latex. So birds like the red-legged honey creeper, the golden olive woodpecker, and mammals like the squirrel will feed on the seeds, and then they will have to disperse it on other branches. Because of the sticky nature of the seeds, they will have to wipe it off on other branches and it will grow. It's one of the parasitic plants on the island that will actually kill host trees, and that is one of the plants that we are concerned with in the forest reserve in terms of it potentially or possibly becoming an invasive species in the near future. Dominating the understory of this forest reserve, we have two main plant families that dominate the entire understory. The Melostomataceae family or melostone, and also the Rubiaceae family. These plants provide lots of berries for birds, and as we are on birding, is a prime birding area. We have lots of visitors on the trail, as you can see. Normally, you will not find bamboo in this type of habitat, this evergreen montane rainforest. Bamboo is not a plant associated with this type of habitat. But bamboos were introduced here sometime just after slavery. By 1838, when slavery was abolished, bamboo was already established. It was introduced here to demarcate estate boundaries in Tobago and also used as a soil stabilization measure. It's an invasive species, but it's not showing its invasive nature within the main Ridge Forest Reserve because it requires a high percentage of light to thrive, to proliferate. But due to the shade of the canopy, it's inhibiting the growth of the bamboos. And here in Tobago, we only use bamboo for making props, fish baskets, and other craft items. In other countries, wine, wheelchairs, and a lot of other things are made from bamboo. The rainforest is very important. It provides water, is one of the largest watersheds on the island. It also sequesters carbon in terms of taking in carbon and giving off oxygen for us to breathe. It provides habitat for wildlife. It mitigates against flooding. It also prevents soil erosion. And it encourages water infiltration and percolation into the soil. Tourists can participate in activities such as hiking, bird watching, storytelling, photography, research, and art. Those are some of the activities that people will participate in. At times, there are night tours too.